You better believe it. There is no civilization without a king. Not just a king though. You need like amazing buildings. Not just amazing buildings, but you need like buildings that look different. And you need soldiers. Who's going to guard those buildings? And you need like landmark structures. Think about it. I'm Mr. L. And today I'm going to talk a lot about food. Food. Because of all those things that we just said, nothing is more important than having food. Food is what fuels every single civilization. And we need lots of it. Welcome to History with Mr. L. Alright, Mesopotamia. It's one of the most important civilizations to study because they did so many cool things. They really did. The first thing though is what is a civilization? Because if you don't know what that is, then you won't understand what Mesopotamia is and why it was so successful. Well, you need three things. You need a large territory, you need a really clear structure, and you need cities. All three are critical, and Mesopotamia had all three. A little geography lesson about Mesopotamia. Well, it was land that is between two rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. You might be thinking, so what? Why does that matter? Oh, it matters. I'll tell you why. You see, the Tigris and the Euphrates, they allowed the land of Mesopotamia to be perfect for farming. In season and out of season, the soil was great for farming. When you have great land for farming, you can make a lot of food. So, when you got a lot of food, you have the ability to have a lot of people. You see, when the soil is perfect and it allows you to plant year in and year out, you get what we call food surplus. Now, food surplus is no laughing matter. When you have a lot of food, you can sell it, you can trade it, and you can create cities where you don't have to live on the farm anymore. And that's the secret. And that's what made Mesopotamia such a successful civilization. You see, they could build cool buildings like this one, which is a ziggurat, and more people could live together, closer together. They didn't have to farm anymore. They could do other things. Speaking about other things, imagine getting the opportunity of leaving your farm and all that brutal, hard labor and doing something else, like going to the city and learning a craft and maybe making money or not having to work so hard with your hands. You see, that's what a civilization allows you to do. It allows you to move in a different direction. However, the hierarchy in Mesopotamia is really important to understand. On the top of our structure is the king. Nobody was more powerful than the king. He made all the decisions, and he was the final say on everything. The priests, the government workers, well, they were pretty cool too, but they helped the king out. The merchants, though, the craftsmen and the scribes, these people are the ones that benefited the most of being part of the civilization because they could sell things and do things differently. Don't be a slave, don't be a laborer. Their life sucked. That would be a big no-no to be born to that. Really important in Mesopotamia is cuneiform writing. This allowed so many of the day-to-day things to be actually recorded and kept. And just as important is the invention of the wheel. With the wheel came more efficient transportation of stuff where you could trade between civilizations. But the most important thing I want to leave you is this. Every awesome civilization, whether it's Egypt or Mesopotamia or the Harappan and the Vedic civilizations, they all needed water, like the Nile. They needed the Tigris and the Euphrates, or they needed the Indus and the Ganges rivers. Water powers these civilizations, like it does today. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Mr. L, and don't forget to like and subscribe.